Welcome to the name game. Workout number 188 is Matchstick. From 0 to 10 minutes on the clock, you'll start with a 1 Mile AirBike as a buy-in. In the remaining time, you'll find a max complex comprising of a clean, hang clean, and a jerk. For the hang clean, the bar may be lifted above or below the knee, it just cannot return to the floor. Then at the 10-minute mark, you'll start a workout 4 times. 27 deadlifts at 255/175, 21/15 calories on the airbike, 15 lateral burpees over the bar, and finally 9 clean and jerks at 255/175. And finally, one note, for the complex, if an athlete does not hit at least 275 as a male and 190 as a female, they will be scaling the workout weight for part 2. The scale is 20/15 pounds less than the athlete's heaviest complex on the first part.
For a CrossFitter, that's a lot of time to lift.
And we are off.
Good job,
So
Day.
this
You
is-
did it.
I did it.
So just as a note on a scaling sense, this barbell is obviously heavy in the second part, not for the deadlift necessarily, but for the clean and jerk. We have a note to scale the barbell to 20 pounds for the guys or 15 pounds for the ladies, less than the heaviest complex you hit in the first portion. So, for example, if you hit 275 or more, if you're a guy in the complex, like you're good at 255, but let's say you hit 245 or 235 in the complex, and you're a guy, then you should, let's say you hit 235, you should then go at 215 for the workout. And I'm just going to hope here, Day, that Ben in this part, kind of speeds up. This way people don't have to watch Sam bike a mile just doing nothing here.
I think it's not set up.
Well, it's definitely
at the
not
two-
for us right now.
Oh yeah, for us right now, yes, correct.
So how would you approach this, Day?
Yeah. This one, to be honest, with the air bike, I usually don't look at distance. I'm either going for time or for calories. So like a mile, I don't have a good gauge in my head of how long that is, but I would assume somewhere between the 2 to 3 minute mark is going at a steady pace. So there's that. So knowing that that'll take about 2 to 3 minutes on the air bike, then that gives you 7 minutes, less than that, to find the heavy complex. So again, what I would do, and this is similar to the previous one we just watched, it would really be dependent on my warm-up to find where that's going to be for the day, have a good estimation. The air bike, I would go pretty easy on that one, treat it a little faster than a warm-up or something like that, so that I come out fresh for that clean, hang clean and jerk. And I would try to do probably 2 to 3 attempts during that time, but have a good goal in there of what I want to hit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like you said, I when I read this, I was like, all right, 1 Mile AirBike. That's not something that's tracked a lot, and I don't have my athletes track a lot in terms of time domain. But watching Sam, he was done a little over 2 minutes. So even on the slower side, 3 minutes. For a CrossFitter, that's a lot of time to lift, right? 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes to try to get a lift in, even if it's a complex, it's a lot of time. So you see Sam started with a relatively moderate weight on the bar for his first attempt. I think that makes sense. And I think, like you said, if you approach it at a smooth, moderate pace, right? Not like a slow warm-up pace, because you don't want to eat into your time too far, but almost a 70 to 80% pace, no faster than that, gives you enough time to hop off. You're not breathing too heavy, hit your first weight super quick like Sam did, and then take your time in between attempts where, if you have 6-7 minutes, you could theoretically take even more attempts than that, as long as you get a good lift on the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam kind
Yeah, I
of
definitely.
works around, from 0 to 10 is this, and then you have kind of the second portion. How would you approach the second portion day as Sam gets set to hit his second lift?
Oh yeah, yeah, that second portion. Um, it's 4 times, so you're gonna go fast. I'm trying to think what like would be the limiter here. Looking at Calorie AirBike. I think I'm trying. Oh, I didn't see. I was looking at the workout and not the video.
No, Sam caught that one a little bit forward. His hip shot back a little bit. He ended up missing. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, for that second one, I know the deadlift's super high volume on that, and it's a pretty good weight. Not something that people will struggle with, but definitely break those up into small sets, I think would be the best way to go. That Calorie AirBike, you don't want to go too fast on that to burn out into those lateral burpees, because that will get your heart rate going super high before going into those clean and jerks. So that chunk in the middle is the one where I would be careful with, because you're going into air bike, then burpees, and then your lift.
yeah. I think based on the weight of the clean and jerks, you have to move fast enough, right, that you aren't eating away too much time in the first 3 movements, but it's heavy, so you want to be able to, man, not breathing so heavy that you have to take a minute before hitting your first clean and jerk, but just knowing obviously it's going to be signals, and it's a moderately heavy weight, or for some people a very heavy weight, and so you're going to have to take the time in between lifts. So making sure you're ready to go on each of the lifts is going to be super important. If you're someone who's really big and strong, right, maybe you could push a little bit harder, especially because bigger athletes are going to probably rip through the deadlifts and the cal bike pretty easily. You can maybe go a little bit quicker, but again, a lot of that strategy is going to be dictated on like that barbell. What percentage is that of your max lift? Like, how heavy is that bar for you? Even if you're going at 20 pounds or 15 pounds less than the complex, if you hit a very heavy complex for you, that's going to be a heavy weight in that second portion. There you go, Sam. That's a better lift. Yeah. All right, so Sam's got about 2.5 minutes left here. He'll definitely make one more attempt. Maybe. Oh, we got a little bit of editing action. Maybe 2. If he's feeling really good. So let's see what he can put on here this next attempt.
What timestamp are you at?
7:50.
Okay, I'm way behind.
Why are you so far behind?
I don't know. I'm at 4:20.
What?
Yeah.
You have to catch up. I started at 0. And now he 4x'd it, so.
I'm seeing the editing now.
Oh, Sam didn't make another attempt. He called it there.
Okay.
All right, so he's getting into his second portion now. Yep, into the deadlifts. Oh. Yeah, based on those lifts, I really thought he was going to make one more attempt. I think he could have made one more. But you also need to leave yourself a little bit more time, that 10-minute window that maybe normal, because you do have to change plates. And so you might need 30 seconds to a minute to make sure that you can change the plates effectively before hitting that workout portion.
So it looks like he's doing 3 sets of 9 on these.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's very tempting to just like kind of go full throttle with the deadlifts, but that would just be a horrible idea unless you want to burn yourself out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have much of a choice. 255 for 27 reps. I'm like, yeah, I have to break this up.
Yeah.
Like a guy like Sam, I don't know what his deadlift is, but I mean, a lot of if he's anywhere close to 500, like that's like 50, that's like 60%, 55,
Right.
60%. Like that's not that heavy versus someone else who, that might be, 70% if that, maybe not that high, but if their max is a little over 400, right, that's going to be tough to bang out for 27 reps versus someone who's closer to
Yeah.
500. All right, you chew through that pretty quick. Now he's heading into his burpees. Sam, if you're watching this, Chris Burpee Clinic, if you're going to go lateral, step up with the outside foot every time. That's something if you're doing step up burpees, you can step up with the outside foot and kind of start leaning towards the bar as you step up with your inside foot, and that gets your momentum going towards the bar. A lot easier with every rep, and that's going to be a little bit more efficient there, buddy. A couple more here, then he's got 9 clean and jerks to wrap this up.
What would be the hardest part for you on this second part?
Well, I'd have to scale the clean and jerks for sure. So considering I'd have to scale it, probably still the clean and jerks.
Yeah.
I'd be able to move relatively quickly on the other stuff. But yeah, definitely the clean and jerks. I mean, Sam did a really good job of pacing for him then, because he only took about a 10-second, maybe 15-second break before hopping on for his first clean and jerk. That's kind of what I envisioned is like you want to move at a pace that you can pick up the first clean and jerk relatively quickly. So he's moving at a pretty good clip. Seems to be sticking to a good game plan for him. What about you, Dave? What would be the toughest part for you?
Yes. Considering all scaling and all that stuff, knowing me, the hardest part would be like the second half of it, like going from bike to burpees and just like that fatigue. And looking at the clean and jerks, it's like, okay, I can do that. But then knowing that I tried to like go pretty fast through the bike, going pretty fast through lateral burpee, the lateral burpee over the bars. I think the clean and jerk would also be that tail end of the burpees into the clean and jerks will definitely be
tough. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to breathe and brace and all that with like a heavy indent in those heavy clean jerks.
Yes. And that's the tough part about CrossFit in general is like, okay, I'm breathing really heavy and now I have to like hold my breath and brace to receive this heavy barbell without passing out. It's not an easy task. Like you see Sam right now, like 255 doesn't look super heavy for him, right? But because it's heavy enough, he has to brace for every lift, and then your heart rate ends up going through the roof because it's like I'm already breathing heavy, and now I'm holding my breath to try to make this lift. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Coming up to his last rep or two. I wasn't counting, so I'm not sure which one he's on right now. Time. Good job, Sam.
Nice.
Way to push, buddy.
Thanks for watching today. Be sure to share this workout and take it on with some friends. If you want to learn more about how to optimize your performance for the sport of CrossFit, or if you're interested in hiring one of our coaches, head over to zorfitness.com. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. Best of luck on the workout.